Scene script. Are you stuck in the rat race? Let's talk about this notorious race, the rat race. It's not rats running in a wheel, though it might as well be. Picture this. You're running on a treadmill, going faster and faster, but no matter how hard you push, you're not exactly going anywhere. Sounds like a fun workout, right? Well, that's the rat race for you. It's a never-ending, self-defeating pursuit, and many are caught in this loop without even realizing it. Why? Because of certain habits they've unknowingly cultivated. You might be thinking, oh, I don't have any bad habits. But guess what? The rat race doesn't care about your confidence. It's sneaky, it's cunning, and it's got a knack for making you think you're on the right track when you're actually running in circles. So buckle up, my friends. We're about to pull back the curtain on the rat race. Stay tuned as we dive into the 5 habits keeping you in the rat race. Ever felt like a circus elephant performing tricks for peanuts? Now imagine if that elephant could juggle, walk a tightrope, and even play the harmonica. But still, all it got was peanuts. Sounds a bit unfair, right? That's exactly how many of us feel in our jobs. We juggle tasks, balance work and life, and even play the harmonica of diplomacy, all for what feels like peanuts. We often undervalue ourselves, accepting less than we're worth because we're afraid to ask for more or don't realize our own worth. It's like the elephant who doesn't know it's worth more than a bag of peanuts. But here's the twist. You're not an elephant, and your skills, experience, and time are worth a whole lot more than peanuts. So how do we break this cycle? Start by understanding your worth. Negotiate your salary, set boundaries, and don't sell yourself short. Remember, you're worth more than peanuts. Value your work. Ever bought a fancy treadmill only for it to become an expensive clothes hanger? Welcome to the shopaholic syndrome. It's like a candy store on payday, a carnival of consumerism where you're the star player. You see that shiny new gadget, that chic designer dress, and suddenly your credit card is waving itself in the air, begging to be swiped. We've all been there, lured by the sweet siren call of a sale sign, and who could resist? After all, they're practically giving away that treadmill. But here's the thing. We end up buying more than we can afford, and that's when the treadmill stops being an exercise machine and starts its new life as a clothes rack. It's all fun and games until we're drowning in debt, with a wardrobe full of clothes we never wore and a garage full of stuff we never used. Remember, folks, all that glitters is not gold. Don't let your possessions possess you. Ever placed all your eggs in one basket only to drop the basket? Now, if you're picturing yourself scrambling to pick up a mess of broken eggs, you've got the right idea. This is what depending on a single income source looks like. It's like being a one-trick pony in a circus full of diverse talents. Imagine this. Let's call our friend Jack. Jack is a fantastic juggler. He can juggle 5 eggs at once. But what happens when Jack trips on a banana peel? Oops, there go the eggs. That's Jack's only trick gone wrong. Now, if Jack had diversified his talents a bit and learned, say, tightrope walking or fire breathing, he wouldn't be left scrambling, literally. Depending on a single income source is like being Jack. It's risky, it's stressful, and it's a one-way ticket to the rat race. So what's the solution? It's simple. Be a multi-talented circus performer. Learn new tricks, diversify your eggs, folks. Ever thought retirement is for old folks only to realize one day you are the old folk? Well, it's like waking up one morning and discovering a new wrinkle on your face. You never saw it coming, did you? Now let's talk about something many of us love to ignore: saving for retirement. It's like that gym membership you bought at the start of the year, promising yourself a chiseled body, only to end up as the couch potato you've always been. Imagine this. You're basking in the sun, sipping on your favorite drink, and then it hits you. You're 65 with no savings, and the only beach you can afford is in your bathtub. Not exactly the retirement dream you had in mind, right? So start saving today, or you might end up trading your beach shorts for a cashier's apron. Remember, time flies faster than you think, and before you know it, you're the old folk in the mirror. Tomorrow may be closer than you think. Ever eaten more than you cooked, only to realize you're out of food? Let's dive into the 6th habit keeping people in the rat race: the consumption conundrum. Picture this. You've spent the afternoon slaving away in the kitchen, creating a culinary masterpiece. The aroma wafts through the house and you can't resist. You dive in, fork first, and before you know it, every last morsel is gone. But wait, wasn't that supposed to be for dinner too? This humorous tale of overindulgence illustrates a common pitfall: consuming more than we produce. It's not just about food, folks. It's about our resources, our time, our energy. We burn through them like a kid with a sugar rush, leaving nothing for the future. Instead of feasting today and fasting tomorrow, consider portioning out what you have. Just like a well-planned meal, a well-planned life leaves room for seconds. Remember, balance is key. So, are you ready to break free from the rat race? Let's take a step back and reflect on the 5 habits we've been discussing. Working for less than you're worth is like selling a diamond for the price of a pebble. Buying more than you can afford is akin to trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. It's a losing battle. Depending on a single income source is like standing on one leg. You're bound to lose balance at some point. Ignoring saving for retirement is like ignoring an upcoming exam. It's going to catch up with you. And lastly, consuming more than you produce is like eating more food than your body can burn. It's not going to end well. Breaking these habits is your ticket out of the rat race. It's about valuing yourself, being smart with your money, diversifying your income, planning for the future, and balancing consumption with production. Remember, the first step to escaping the rat race is recognizing you're in it.